Buenas noches a todos. Welcome back to Blanco Stokes Ball. Sorry about yesterday. Couldn't do an upload. Some of my guests had to go, so I had a lot to do. But we're back. We're back, like people say. Yeah, come on, we're back. Yeah, vamos. And I'm actually very happy tonight. And why is that? Why is that now? Martinez at Barca has left. Arguably the best defender has left for Al Nassr. And this is a football channel, so it's not just Madrid. Yes, I'm a Madridista, but let's talk about other clubs as well. Because I know there's people that watch me that doesn't just support Madrid. They support other clubs as well. So let's just talk. Martinez has left Barca for Al Nassr. He's gone to Saudi. He's getting a hell of a lot of that now. And he has pretty much said bye-bye to Barca. I'm off. And they're not getting any money for him. So now they're short on defenders, and I very much wonder if they have done this to try and balance the books for Rashford and these men. That is what I'm trying to understand. If that is the reason why, then that is a very bad move for them. And Madrid should take advantage of this now. They're short on defenders. They've got Kabasi, who I rate, but again, he's still raw. He's still got things to learn. And they've got Araujo, who's fallen off a cliff and who does not fit, Hansi Flick system whatsoever. We need to take advantage of this now. And look, Hansi Flick plays a very aggressive style of football. Like, he wants to go forward like that. Yeah, he wants control, and his pressing is relentless. Press left, right, center, and his backline is so high up the pitch. He needs plays like that. Like Martinez, etc. To be able to play, his type of football. So if Barca don't get in a replacement, they're going to be very, very sure. And I think they've made a huge mistake letting him go. If it means balancing the books for Rashford and wages for these men, yeah. And then, it leads to them being short in the defense. Because if Barcelona are short in the defense, that can come to cost them. Because let's be honest, they have signed Garcia from Espanyol, the keeper, very good keeper. But if they lose out their best centre back, which they have, and they don't replace him, then they're in trouble. They're in big trouble because you're going to have to replace that guy. Because that guy understood this for me better than anyone else at Barca last season. He was, for me, the most consistent defender. Even though I think Kabasi is a better defender, he was still better than him last season. If he's gone now, which he is, and you don't replace him, and the replacement is Araujo, that defense, even though it could possibly have been, like you say, here, it would have gone from here to here. It will. So if I'm Barca and you don't get any replacement, I'm kind of worried. And you should be worried. You should be worried. Let's just be honest. You should be worried. And listen, I've said about my own club as well. If Hoyson or Fede or, even Goulet gets injured, bro, we're screwed. And we are screwed. But if they don't get in a replacement, then, mate, they're going to go in with what? 3 centre-backs for the whole season. That won't cut it. I don't think that's going to cut it. And I'll be real, and I'll say this to all you guys right now. I think they've kind of shot themselves in the foot here. Because, let's be honest, they didn't get Nico. And listen, as much as I don't rate Nico, yeah, Mandem knows. Yeah, anyone who's talked to me before knows. Yeah, especially on Twitter. But I've even said it on, I think, on Will's channel, yeah, which I'm going on next week. And he's coming on next Wednesday, by the way. Yeah, Football Carnage. Make sure you sub to him. Yeah, he's a real one as well. Top lad. They didn't get Nico, and Nico would have suited their system. Whether I rate him or not, irrelevant. I think Nico would have suited their system. I don't think he would have been this good, but I still think he could have helped them out a bit. They got Rashford in. Well, I don't rate him one bit, even though he's been all right so far for them in preseason. I still don't rate him to be able to be consistent for a whole season. And let's be honest, people, they need a striker. Leva's coming to the end. And let's be honest, mate. I've said this before. Yamal, Pedri out for a long period of time, they're in big trouble. Especially Pedri. If that guy is out for a sustained period of time, their system will collapse. But their defense, I've said this about their defense. They're going to pretty much now have to rely on Kubarsi and whether that's Araujo or whoever else they want to play as centre back, stay fit for the whole season, and their fullbacks as well, Balde and Kunde, stays fit as well. Because if one of them gets injured, we've seen the drop off there as well. The drop off is mad. The drop off is insane. Because you all saw what happened against Inter when Kunde didn't play. They were wide open on the right side. Wide open. When Balde wasn't there, it was not the same thing. It was not the same thing. So I'll be real with you, man. If Barca don't fix that defense, if they don't get in the plays that they need there, if I'm Madrid, I'm taking advantage of that. I would look at that and say, hey, you know what? We can take advantage of that now, We've obviously got our own issues, and I'm not saying we don't. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying this is a guarantee we're going to win the league. I'm not saying that. But it increases our chances if they do not sign the defender now. Because, let's just be honest, man. And listen, it doesn't matter which one in the defense you rate the most. Yeah, Martinez was very, very, very good for Flick when he was playing. He understood the system like that. Yeah, like that. He understood the system. He knew when to press. He knew where to hold his line. As soon as he's under pressure, he can easily, get the ball to the midfield or even ping one up to one of the attackers. He's very calm on the ball. Very calm. Also, his positioning was unbelievable. And he didn't get caught out as much, when he played for Flick's Barca team last season. He didn't. Obviously, I rate Kubasi higher. I rate him a lot. But again, he's raw. He has a lot of things to still learn. Martinez, I think helped him a lot. So now that he's not there, what are you going to do? Put Araujo there? Because we've all seen what Araujo does. Araujo, for me, does not suit Flick's system or bit. And even despite, you see when Inter, you see the second leg when Inter had against Barca. Look at the way Araujo played. Look at the way Araujo was dealing with. I think he dealt with Acerbi for that 3-3 equalizing goal. Inter's third goal. Look, I think it was Araujo, if I'm not mistaken. Look at the way Araujo let Acerbi have so much space. He didn't close him down. He didn't shut him down. And even when, because the high line is so far up, his positioning is not going to be all right. It's not going to be good. So he's someone people are going to exploit now. And I think after that mistake he did against PSG when Barca had Xavi, they lost 4-1. When he made that mistake, when it was 1-0 for Barca in the quarterfinals and you got yourself sent off, I think he's lost everything since then. He's not been the same since then. He's not. I know he's come back from an injury, but he's not been the same since then. He hasn't. And if you go from Martinez to him, bro, that is a big, big, big downgrade, people. It is a big downgrade. Yeah? I'm saying this now, truly unbiased now. But if Barca, wants to keep the good chances, for me, they need to buy another defender. And yeah, I've seen the Barca fan base, bro. They're worried. 3 centre-backs for a whole season, bro. The amount of games we're going to play, yeah, that does not look good. That doesn't look good. I can't lie. That does not look good whatsoever. And I'll be real. Me as a Madridista, I'm really happy. When I saw that news, it was a shock that they let him go to Al Nassr. That was a big, big, big shock. Very big shock. So they're going to have to replace him. Who are they going to replace him with? I don't know. You ask me who the best player is to potentially, I would say fill his shoes. Accidentally, 2 of the players were linked with, Konate and Saliba. One of them 2 would suit, I think, Flick's system like a glove. But again, financial aspect comes into play in this, of course, which they don't have. So, I get it. But like I said, he's left now, Martinez. I'm glad, because that's one defender that really was helping them out. And I think they're going to be very, very, very much more vulnerable now that he's not there. Because, like I said, Araujo is not better than Martinez, especially not in this system that Flick plays. Absolutely no chance. Kobalsi, I think he'll have a tough time trying to do everything alone if he has Araujo next to him, because then that's going to be very, very much harder. And they're going to have to rely mostly on Koundé and Balde as well to be able to stay fit to help out their centre-backs. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But if they don't get a replacement in, not only do they have lack of defenders now, lack of centre-backs, I think half of them are not going to be good enough for his system. They're not going to suit his style of play, and that could cost him on the long run. But look, we'll see what happens. Big up, Mandem. Yeah, like and subscribe. Like I said, road to 400. I will be getting my new setup, by the way. New mic, new laptop, new camera, everything. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's going to be much better. And yeah, I think next week I'm ordering now them all those stuff. So be on the lookout for it. It's going to be very nice. But I'll catch you all on the weekend. We'll have to see if it's another upload or stream. I'll have to look at that. But I will be on Matrix channel next week. I know that. That's going to happen. And I will have Zia on the channel, and I will have Will on the channel on Wednesday. Zia's on Monday, as always, 8 p.m. UK time. What's it called? Will be on here on Wednesday next week, 2 p.m. East, is why, if I'm not mistaken. And obviously, I'm joining his show, Football Chaos. So make sure you go and check that out as well. Anyways, people, until then, we'll talk there. Yeah? Be safe, take care, and I'll speak to you next time. Adios. Ciao. Alla Madrid.